Yes.
Okay.
Welcome back to On the Record. I'm here with Mike Zimmer, who's the president for the U.S. marketplace for Xerox for outsourcing documents. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Close?
That's pretty close, yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
First time on, and hopefully not the last. So, first of all, tell me, what is it that you do? Like, you yourself.
Me, myself?
Yeah.
So, well, let's see. Yesterday I had breakfast in Los Angeles, lunch in Chicago, and dinner in Rochester. So,
seriously?
Yes, I'm serious. But what I do is I'm responsible to drive managed print services in our document outsourcing business here in the U.S. and drive that value to our large enterprise clients, primarily through the direct sales force here at Xerox.
And so it's changed a lot. So, like, I mean, print used to be, you know, you'd have a printer somewhere in the office and everybody would have to go over there and feed it in, and that was printing, you know. And then you had the big boxes that you would go in there and you would pay a ton of money and they would print something off for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed so much. Tell me, where do you think it's at now? Especially, let's talk from the enterprise space.
I mean, printing is becoming very personal. The document is very personal, so people see the document on their notebooks, on their cell phones, and on their desktop PCs. And so that has had a big impact on printing. So people want to be able to print from those same devices. And they don't want to walk to a centralized reprographics department of the past, you know, and go down and turn a job in and pick it up 4 hours later. They want the convenience, they want the quality and the ability to be able to print wherever they're at to whatever device happens to be on the network. And so we're seeing that phenomena actually is what's the word I'm looking for? Unintuitive. It's not intuitive.
Okay. Yeah.
Contradictory, as it may sound. Print volume is still on the rise a little bit.
Actually, I think it's on the rise a lot. And yet, overall, for the enterprise space, the costs are going down. Like, from what I can see, or the way it sounds, is that if they do it properly, and obviously if they don't do it properly, their costs are going to go up as the printing's going up. But you've got so many things in place now that allow them to cut their costs and at the same time increase their productivity and make it easier for everybody.
And that really is, you know, the services play, the managed print services play that we're really seeing, that we've seen large enterprise take advantage of over the years. So they don't want to manage, you know, well, printing has become personal. It can't be managed at a personal level. If it is, it's very, very expensive. Everybody wants their own device. They want it conveniently. They have to buy their own supplies. And you know, that's a complex, unmanaged environment. And when you have complexity and something that's unmanaged, you have excessive cost. Managed print really gets to that issue and says, let us consolidate the issues. We understand them, right? And let's manage the cost. Let's manage the refresh. Let's manage the footprint. Let's manage the 10 different types of supplies that are being purchased by everybody that's nowhere in a ledger, in a budget. And that's what really starts to drive the cost down. And so while print volume may have increased, you know, companies that take advantage of managed print and effectively implement it will actually see printing costs go down.
And it's significant too.
It can be to the tune of 30%. You heard the gentleman. We just had this 150 or so clients and prospective clients. We talked about managed print, and we had a gentleman from the city of Rochester who's implemented this, where they have 500 devices. And I think he said he took this cost from $1 billion a year to 700 million or 750 million. That's a big number.
Yeah, I think it was from 1.1, I thought, to 750.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So 25%, 30%.
30%. Right. Yeah. That's a lot of money. And I guess at any level, you know, if you're going to save 30%. And the other part, though, that's really neat about it is that you can organize it so so that you can control who can do what, and who can't do what. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the software has enabled really tools that can be put on the network to allow you to provide reporting, governance, give you drop-down menus when the users are printing to say, is this best printed on this mono printer or on this mono printer? When should I and shouldn't I use color? So the software and the governance tools that come along with the managed print service can also help drive print costs down, and by the way, improve sustainability, which, you know, the city of Rochester, any municipality, that's a big play for them. It's a value proposition for them and the constituency out there in the community.
So now you've done all of this for the enterprise space, and that really hasn't hit the space that a lot of the people in my audience talk about, which is the SMB space. Are you moving it down into there?
We are moving it aggressively as the market is also requesting it. You know, so small and mid-sized business have started to hear the bell being rung by large enterprise and by industry analysts. It is becoming much more common. The word managed print now is understood, and so small and mid-sized business is saying, if large enterprise are the leader in scaling what we've learned over the 5 to 10 years where we've been the leader in managed print in large enterprise, and pushing that through the small and mid-sized business with all of our channel partners. So, right, so you're familiar, Xerox Partner Print Services is a scaled down version of enterprise print services. The needs of small and mid-sized business may not be as complex. It may not be as difficult to implement it across, you know, many cities around the world, or it may. But we have the ability in the offering to scale it from a very simple offering in a small environment to a complex offering in a small environment, or a complex offering in a complex large environment. And we are going, like I said, we're aggressively moving to there and having quite a lot of success.
Yeah, and the nice thing for you as you're moving into that SMB space is you already have the distributors in place. You already have thousands and thousands, probably more than that, resellers who are selling your product already. So now what they're going to be able to do, if I'm understanding it correctly, is they're going to be able to start selling managed print services that go a lot further than what they were doing before.
What we've had available to them before. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think proof to that point is how we've just reorganized our go-to-market strategy. So where we used to be organized maybe by geography, the U.S., Europe, emerging markets, we're now organized by segment. And so we have a channel operations group, and that is a global channel operations group. So that group will understand the needs of the IT bars, of the small and mid-sized business, and be able to ensure that the enterprise print solution offering is scaled to the needs of the market and delivered appropriately.
So last question for you, and this is nothing to do with the channel or even with your technology, but Xerox has changed as a company, like, I mean, tremendously. So like, everybody thinks when you think Xerox, well, you know, you think of a printer of some sort. How would you define the company now?
So we are a company that is very market focused. We're going to transform. We want to hear what the customer's needs are and learn that and move faster than the market moves. So if managed print is becoming a very big play in small and mid-sized business, we need to have a channel and a go-to-market strategy that aligns to that small and mid-sized business. We need to have offerings that align to what the channel needs to sell so that they have the value proposition and can be successful. We're heavy into, obviously, services. So large enterprise, all clients are really looking for incremental value. They just don't necessarily want to buy a piece of hardware. What else can you offer me? How are you unique? What do you provide that is scarce that nobody else can provide? And so in that services play, that's where we're doing things that leverage our technology and our experience and expertise. And we actually will help do the work and provide all of the things beyond the technology so that we can be successful. So we're a document outsourcing, business process outsourcing company that has a great brand and great technology behind it.
Absolutely. I don't think there's more than, well, at least 99% of the world probably know who Xerox are. Welcome,
Robert.
And it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, nice talking to you, and thank you very much for having me on your publication here.
Well, thanks for inviting me out.
Okay.